It really is using and finding the right resources, programs to help you navigate this next stage. I think that's my biggest advice.
What advice would you give to mothers trying to navigate the balance between healing and parenting after abuse?
I think in terms of healing, it really is using and finding the right resources that are going to work for you. Female Dandelion Survivor Steps isn't going to work for everyone. We know that, but there are many charities out there that offer support programs to help you navigate this next stage of your life, and with the understanding of making sense for your own peace of mind of what you've been through and what you still might be experiencing. The best advice that I can give anyone is to be open to exploring movement and therapeutic practice or breath work as part of that healing or rediscovery process. Because it could just be as simple as sticking some music on and having a dance in the kitchen with your kids. Like, it doesn't need to feel yoga-ish or hippie or airy-fairy or floaty, whatever other connotations you might have about it in your mind. It could just be finding a really good playlist and having a dance in the kitchen. So I think that's my biggest advice is, trust me, I know it's hard when you're living in those situations where you are a mother, you're protecting your cubs, and you're trying to do the work on yourself as well, and you're still living, as the podcast suggests, in the shadows of the life that you've lived, and you feel often that you're being pulled back into that dark space. The biggest advice that anyone ever gave to me was, well, one, they didn't have to tell me to put music on in the kitchen and dance. That's a given. That happens every day in our house. But two, if you're not familiar with it, is to check out. It has helped me immensely in terms of keeping my emotions and regulating responses and just not getting sucked back into the drama or the noise, and just really leaving what's there is there and focusing on all this great stuff that's happening and embracing what it means to be a mum, all the good, the bad, and all the bits in between, and just try not to let anyone interfere with that, I guess.
Thank you so much. And why am I smiling? I'm smiling because I actually put in my playlist yesterday and I was dancing my head off, dancing. And
honestly, it's the cure. It really is.
Yeah, it is. And I felt so relieved after after half an hour or thereabout. Yeah. I think it was more than half an hour, about 45 minutes. I felt really good and I felt lighter. So listeners, you can as well emulate us by having a playlist and dancing whenever you feel a bit tense. Thank you so much for that.